Hi there, in this intermediate Transwave video we're going to create a Transwave with two wave samples. The first wave sample will be one with a half-closed filter, and the second one will be with a high-pass filter, and we're going to put them together, and the Transwave will morph from the low-pass filter into the high-pass filter sound. Two instruments we need, with each with one layer and with one instrument. So let's create that. I'm already in the menu, so I'm gonna press yes to create an instrument. I'm gonna press yes again and select instrument 2, and it's created. Since we're in the command menu, and when we press layer we get the create new layer prompt, so let's press yes. Let's move to instrument 1, press yes, layers created. Again, in the command menu, when we press wave, we get create new wave sample, yes and yes. So, two instruments, two layers, and two wave samples created. Turn the effects off, we don't need it right now. So let's work on instrument 1, but I want to say something about resampling first. What resampling does, it's taking the first values that you set. For instance, if in the filter section, if you have a envelope modulating the filter over time, it uses only the first value, so it's not a dynamic process, it's a sort of static process, so that is okay. We're gonna set the filter for the first wave sample, and we're gonna set the filter mode to two low pass filters. We're gonna set filter 1 value to 50, and you can tweak it always to your taste, and I think that maybe 50 on the first filter and 60 on the second filter is fine for now. We're ready to resample this, so we're gonna press command wave, and we're gonna scroll 2 menus down, 2 pages down to the resample with effect, and we press yes, and there is my thingy. I did not select a wave sample, so let's move to the wave sample and layer and wave sample select page. Now we're ready to resample with effect, so I'm gonna press yes. We're gonna resample to instrument 1, layer 1, wave sample 1. We're gonna resample key A4 sharp, and on the next page we're gonna set the recording time, and I think that 0.6 seconds will be enough, will give us enough content in the wave sample to work with. We're gonna resample the right channel, and we're gonna hit yes or enter, and it's resampling. So let's keep the new wave sample. Now adjust the volumes, because resampling will normalize the volumes, so it's really loud. So I'm gonna press edit and amp, and when I press the up and down key at the same time, it will give us a value of 50. So let's work with that. And one page to the left is the output bus page, and I'm going to set it to bus 1. Alright, that's good. Now the next thing we're gonna do is switch on the auto loop finding, and a quick way to get to that page is to press edit system 3, edit system 3, and there we are on the auto loop finding page. Switch it on, and let's move back to the wave edit page by pressing edit wave 3. So we're gonna find the first zero crossing point in this wave sample. So press edit wave 3, and we're at the loop start page now. So I'll make sure my cursor is between the brackets on the right, and I press the up key, and that will give us a value. And this value may change, it may vary, but this is the first zero crossing point in this wave sample. So we're gonna set this value at the sample start page as well, which is 2 pages to the left. And there we go. Now if we push the up button, it gives us a different value. So we need to adjust the start point to, what was it, 282? Yeah, 282. So that's it. That's fine. Now if we press Command Wave, we're gonna truncate the wave sample, and truncate will get rid of everything before this value. So Command Wave, scroll up 6 pages, 6 to the truncate wave sample, press yes. Here we go, it's truncated. And let's move back again to the edit wave page, to the loop mode page. So we're gonna press edit wave 0 to get back to the edit wave page. But first, we're first gonna switch off the auto loop finding again. So edit system 3, switch off the auto loop finding, and then we're gonna move back to the edit wave 0 page and set the loop mode to loop forward. And this will loop the whole wave sample. So if we now move to the loop endpoint and adjust that, and we're gonna make it really small and set it to 256, then if everything's right, we should have our single cycle waveform. So now if we move back to the loop mode page, it's now looping forward on one single cycle of the waveform. So if we set it to forward no looping, it plays the whole sample. If we turn on the loop forward, it plays the single cycle waveform. So you hear no difference in tuning or pitch, so that means we did a really great job on the zero crossing point. And yeah, this is perfect. So let's set it to forward no loop for now. Yeah, that's just easier to work with later on. So let's adjust the sample endpoint to 12,800. That will give us enough material to work with for the wave samples. We don't really need more. So and then we're gonna press Command Wave, and we're still in the truncate wave sample. Press yes. The wave sample is truncated. And now we need to create a fade out for this wave sample. So we're gonna press Command Amp, and we're gonna scroll up to the page fade out, and we press yes. And we need to give a start address, and the start address is 0. And it fades out all the way to the end of the wave sample, so we can set that to 99. The scale depth, let's set it to 3 dB, I think. Yeah, why not? Press yes, and now it's fading out. So that's good. Press yes, and we'll keep the new wave sample. So that's done. And now we need to repeat the whole process for wave sample 2 with a few different settings, because we're gonna create another fade out but a fade in, but first we're gonna set the cutoff and the filter. So we're gonna set the filter to a 2-pole low pass filter and a 2-pole high pass filter, which is basically a band pass. So let's keep these settings and resample this. So we're gonna press Command Wave, and we're in the truncate wave sample, so we're gonna scroll 6 pages down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Resample with effect, yes. To instrument 2, layer 1, wave sample 1. Key to resample, A4 sharp. Press enter or yes. Recording time 0.6 seconds, yes. Right channel, yes. It's processing. Let's keep the new wave sample. Let's adjust the output bus to bus 1 and set the volume from 99 to 50 by pressing the up and down key at the same time. And that's cool. We can move on. So turn on the auto loop finding, edit system 3, and turn on that thing. And move back to the edit wave page, and let's find the 0 crossing point by pressing the arrow key up at the loop start page, and now it gives us a value of 182. So the 0 crossing point is right there. We need to set this value in the sample start page as well. So 182. Then we're gonna press Command Wave again, and we're gonna scroll 6 pages up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Truncate wave sample, yes. Then switch off the auto loop finding. Edit system 3, turn it off, and let's get back to the edit wave page. So press edit wave 3 to get to the loop start page, and the value in the brackets. No, that's fine, we already set the start point. So let's move to the loop endpoint and find the hold on. Confused here. Set the loop mode to loop forward, and then move to the sample loop endpoint, and let's set it to a value of 256, because that's where our single cycle waveform is. Now press edit wave 0, and we're right back at the loop mode page, and here we can listen to the looped single cycle and the whole wave sample, and we find that the pitch is the same. So we did a good job on that, and we're ready to move on. So let's go to the sample end page and set that to 12,800, just like in the other wave sample in instrument 1. Then go to Command Wave. Let's truncate the wave sample, and it's truncated. That's that. So now we need to create a fade in for this wave sample. So we're gonna press Command Amp, which gets us to the fade out page. So if you scroll down, we will get to the fade in page. Press yes, and we set the start address to 0, the end address to 99, the scale depth to 3 dB, and we press yes, and the fade in is created. And let's keep it. So that's that. That's awesome. 2 wave samples created. And now let's copy instrument 2, the layer of instrument 2 to instrument 1, and mix the wave samples together and set them up as a trance wave. So press Command Layer and scroll 1 page up, copy layer, press yes, copy 2 instrument 1, unnamed instrument, yes, layer 2 created. So that's awesome. And this is how they sound together, so you can hear them. Now we're gonna mix them. So Command Amp, scroll up to the mix wave samples page, press yes, are wave samples layered? Yes, they are. We're gonna mix them from instrument 1, layer 2, wave sample 2, instrument 1, layer 1, wave sample 1. We're gonna convert the source pitch, and volume balance is fine, so I'm gonna press yes. It's being processed. Let's keep it. You're also hearing layer 2 still, so we need to delete that. We choose the layer, and we're gonna press Command Layer, and we're gonna scroll 1 menu up and delete the layer. Yes, so now we have 1 layer with the mixed wave samples. So we're gonna turn the volume up a bit, so just a little bit. Okay, now let's set this up for a trance wave. So I'm gonna move back. We're gonna move back to the edit wave 0 page and set the loop mode to loop forward. And the loop start is 0, the loop end is 256, how we set it up earlier, and it sounds like this. And that sounds good. That's the first wave sample you're hearing. It sounds perfect. So I'm gonna switch off the routing of the mod wheel, the LFO to the mod wheel, the vibrato. So I'm gonna press edit pitch 2, and it gets you to the LFO amount page. I'm gonna press the up and down key at the same time to set it to 0. So that's done. No vibrato anymore by the mod wheel, because you're gonna use the mod wheel for something else. I'm gonna move to the modulation page and set it to Transwave, the magic word in the EPS-16 Plus. And we're gonna set the source to the wheel. And now I'm scrolling. I've set the wheel fully up, so now I can scroll manually through this Transwave and check if it's fine. So yeah, you can hear that after a value of like 39 or 40, there's no difference anymore in tone, in timbre. So at 39, that's the last value, the highest value. So that's that. Simple trance wave, the principles for a simple trance wave to so you can practice and get it into your system. Now, a fun thing to do is to actually modulate the Transwave. And if we scroll one menu to the left, back to the modulation page, the source is set to wheel, and let's set it to, for instance, random, and you get this kind of sample and hold idea, or sound, I should say. If we make that random a bit faster, so edit pitch, and we'll scroll to the random frequency page, and we set that to a higher value, it will automatically get faster. Now, if you add some delay to that, it's already starting to sound like something more interesting. If you add some more modulation to it by having the random function also modulate the filter, so edit filter and then scroll to the filter 1 modulation page, and we set it to random, and we give it a negative value, you get some nice effect as well. Check this out.